everyone. It's Kay Mirage.
And I am Sharon Roy.
And welcome to
Brevard Realty Buzz.
Yay!
Hi. Thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely. We had an amazing week last week.
Yes.
So informative. I hope you got a chance to watch that episode with Brian Stuckey from SWBC Mortgage. He gave us some really good insights.
He did. He really did.
So thank you again for joining us at our podcast where we share the most insightful educational podcast information here in Brevard County.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about today, Kate?
Well, there's so much on our list today, but I want to find out, how was your week?
Oh, my week was good. I did an open house.
Yeah.
So I have a listing in Melbourne, Florida.
All right.
It is a condo. Well, actually, it's a townhouse.
Yeah.
It has low HOAs. It's $95 a month. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story townhome, and it is listed at $315,000.
So you give a real estate agent an opportunity to talk, and the first thing they talk about is the details of their listing.
There you go.
Are you looking to buy, right?
I'm sorry. It's a quick plug. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I too, and if you're looking for vacant land as well, I do have a listing in Deer Run. It's a square. How do you say it? A squarian community. So
equestrian community. Horses.
So
yes.
So if you do have a horse or not, then this area is great for you at $150,000. It's a 2.3 acre property. So if you're interested, we'll definitely give you some information below. But
2.3 acres, you know what that means.
What?
You can have 2 horses.
Yes.
1 acre per horse.
Exactly. So, but yeah, let's get into it today.
Yeah. So.
All right. So, we've been starting this new segment where we talk about 3 things to do in a particular city or town here in Brevard County.
Yes.
And so this week, Ron, which city are we gonna explore?
Indialantic, Florida.
Indialantic, Florida.
Okay.
Of course, if you are into the beaches, this is the place to come, right?
Yes.
Indialantic is a beautiful town.
Yeah, it's a nice small town. It's good for single people, retirees, family.
Mm-hmm.
It's great if you just the beaches, just being on the coast.
Yeah, if you're in the coasts, you like surfing. If you like watching the turtles, this is the place to be.
Yes,
and it's a quaint little town. So let's talk about 3 things that we're gonna do in Indialantic. First on your list, Ron.
First on my list is Aquarian Dreams.
I love that place.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, sounds like Kay attends Aquarian Dreams. Okay. So it's a little shop. It's a nice shop. It's family owned since 1986.
Mm-hmm.
It does yoga, Pilates. It sells holistic books, oils. It's just a place to come. It's a healing community.
Yeah, and a yoga, Pilates.
Yes.
They have so much things. I go there, and they have, just the cutest little thing, incense and everything like that. So, my husband is definitely big into yoga. So we go there for that. But also for any little, crystals and incense and everything like that. You gotta get a new home, get your sage. That. So, yeah, absolutely. I always recommend that place. It's just so cute.
It is. It's right across from Starbucks. You can walk to the beach from there. Mm-hmm. It's located at 414 North Miramar Avenue.
All right. So there you have it. Now, again, me being outdoorsy and
yes.
I do love the outdoors. But another topic would be Paradise Beach.
Yes, that's a nice beach.
It's a very
nice
beach.
It is.
It's free to go in, but you do have to pay for parking, so you have to kind of watch that. But what a beautiful place. Just imagine a Sunday afternoon. Bring the kids in, get on the beach there, and just relax. You can, in the mornings, I've gone there to jog, to watch the sunrise. I love it. And so definitely something you would have to do. You can't come to Indialantic without going to Paradise Beach. They have volleyball courts. They have a playground for the kids. You can pavilions if you want to do any
barbecues.
Yeah, grills are there as well. And you can rent those pavilions. But a birthday party, I've attended several birthday parties there when Alex was little. So this is a great space to come if you are looking for, hey, the real Florida lifestyle and something to do in the mornings or evenings or any time of day. The beach is always the answer.
Now, I will tell you my story at the beach. I love that beach.
Yeah.
I go fishing at that beach.
Oh, that's true. People do go fishing
there. Yes, they do.
So
I actually caught a nurse shark. I thought it was a catfish until my husband said, shark. I go, whoa, okay.
Back in the water.
So yes, you can definitely go fishing at Paradise Beach.
Yeah,
okay.
And no sharks.
No sharks.
But that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's an awesome thing to do. So we have Aquarium Dreams, which is cute, and the beach.
Yes.
What else?
Now, for those who like entertainment, like a place to go at night.
Yeah.
Lou's Blues.
I tell you, when I first moved to Brevard County, and I said, hey, what can we do? That was one of the places they mentioned because I love the blues.
Yeah.
And so someone said to me, you gotta check out Lou's Blues. And we went there. I was not disappointed.
Oh, I wasn't either. I like it. I mean, I love live music.
Yeah.
I love that it's an indoor outdoor tavern.
Yeah.
It's a full bar, casual food, nice atmosphere. Beachside, so I mean, you get the best of both worlds at Lou's Blues.
I love
Bar and Grill.
Yeah. All right, so awesome. So that's our 3 things that you can definitely do.
Yeah.
Now, if you are looking to kind of check out you want that beach style lifestyle that we come to Florida, because when we think of Florida, most people think of, hey, I need to be near the beach. And so Indialantic is a great town if you want to live there. There's a lot of townhomes, condos, if you're looking to downsize. But in terms of single family, what can somebody expect in terms of the price point?
About $700,000 for a single family home, and Indialantic. The home's a little older, but they're nice. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. If you want the beachside atmosphere and a single family, expect to pay about $700,000.
Yeah, and if you're on a condo or so, you're looking about $560,000, $660,000 thereabout to get based on size. So not bad for literally steps to the beach.
Oh yeah,
either you're on the beach or
across the street from the beach. Yes, exactly.
So I've always seen the surfers. It's a really cool place. Just really chill.
Yes, it is. It really is. I mean, you can walk to literally anything in Indialantic.
Absolutely. Restaurants are close by. Everything's there. Just a great place. So that's our top, our city, our town of the week. And of course, those 3 things. If you're looking to go to Aquarium Dreams, Paradise, and of course, Lou's Blues. You will definitely enjoy the town of Indialantic.
Yes, you will.
Hi, I'm Kay Mirage, and you're watching Brevard Realty Buzz.
Okay, Kay.
So this week, last week you saw we did it. It was all about buyers.
Yes.
And this week we're like, can't leave our sellers out.
We cannot leave the sellers out. Okay. No.
So this week is all about sellers. Now, if you are looking to, you're somewhere else and you want to move from there to Indialantic, looking to move to Brevard County, or you're in Brevard County and just trying to relocate. Now, we're going to give you the 10 steps to make sure that you have, one, not only getting top dollar, but you are having, the process is seamless. So the first thing that someone needs to do when they're looking to list their home
is meet with your agent, Kay Mirage and Sharon Roy. So
numbers are in the description.
So you meet with your real estate agent and you discuss your needs. We researched your CMA, what is a CMA, Kay? What is a CMA?
Oh, comparable marketing analysis. This is where we look at all the homes within the area that are sold within the last 6 months in your home to get an idea of what we should list the home for. So that's something your agent would probably bring with you when you make that call. So it would be something like ring, ring. Hey, Kay. Hey, Sharon. I'm looking to list my home. Absolutely. We prepare our package. We'll come and meet with you at a time and then go over all the things that goes into the home. But one of the things that we'll bring with us is a CMA.
That's correct.
This gives us, both of us, an idea of what's happening in the market, how things are moving, a house that looks like yours, what is it going for? And then using that, we come up with a price to list your home.
That's right. So we come up with a competitive list price. Okay. That's right. So that's step one.
Okay. Step two.
Okay. So step two, after we come up with the list price, with the seller, then we prepare to list your home.
And you have to do a little work too.
Oh, yes.
So as you prepare to list a home, one of the things we want to make sure that you do is that your home is ready to show.
Oh, yes.
Because your home is going to be, especially listing with us, it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. So we want to make sure that home is showing it as its best. So we always recommend decluttering,
yes,
cleaning, preparing the home, make sure the color appeal looks good. And that's some of the things that we'll discuss on our first appointment. Okay, based on the home, are we looking to sell the way it is? Or you do want to make sure you get top dollar, and we do a little sprucing up.
Yes.
So we'll recommend something, working together, of course, within your budget as well.
And if we see some obvious things that needs to be repaired, please repair it, because a buyer will lowball.
Yes.
It could be a $10 fix, and they're going to want $1,000 off on the home just to fix it, just because we see it.
Absolutely. So, if that window, the screen is broken off, fix that.
Yes. Yes, please do.
Look at the carpet and just getting it clean. Again, our goal is to make sure that you get top dollar. It's one thing to sell the home. The other thing is to make sure that you're maximizing your opportunities. We want when somebody walks into your home, they're blown away.
Yes, yes. And remember, this is not your home anymore. So remove all your personal items. We're trying to sell it.
Yeah,
we gotta detach ourselves from, oh, this is my home. Oh, I loved it. I have so many memories here. I understand. Truly, we do. But when we're trying to sell your home for the max amount of dollars, remove the personal photos of your kids, the drawings off the refrigerators, all of those things.
And buyers do look, clean the refrigerator.
They will look. They will look. Oh, they will stand there and look at all your beautiful photos.
Yeah, it depends if you want those in your pictures as well.
Correct.
Because our next thing on the list is, of course, we want to make sure it sells well. So the next thing is getting professional photos for your property.
So we hire a professional photographer.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a cost that we typically absorb.
Yes.
As well. So we hire so we're looking at photos inside and outside of the home.
Mm-hmm.
We also, sometimes it may require drone footage.
Yes.
So we may get a drone as well.
Correct.
The idea is, especially if you live on the beach in the Atlantic, we want to show that you're really close to that beach. So we will, consider drone photography
and a video.
And of course a video as well, and then we use that to market. So the home needs to be in tip-top shape for that to happen.
Right. And so when Kay just said we need that for marketing, that's our next step, is us marketing your home. So once the photos are complete, then we do our online marketing, social media.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So we, it's one of the things is to get your home on the eyes of everyone. So it's Zillow and all those other, outside big places will also, they feed into our MLS. We'll take it. But when that home goes on the MLS, so the minute we take off our photos, then we're pretty much ready to go. And I did want to go back to our first thing. In that first meeting, when we meet with you, we're signing that listing agreement with you.
Oh, yes.
So that will put the terms of the contract there, what kind of loan you're accepting, all the details about the home.
Mm-hmm.
And we we have you also fill out a property disclosure as well.
Oh, yes.
To make sure anything that you are aware of that home, that we have that there listed. There.
Especially if you lived in a home, we need that seller's disclosure to be completed.
Absolutely. And that's one. And then also we also discuss about the commission as well.
Compensation. Yes. We discuss our compensation. Yes,
those are some of the things, and discuss. How do you want to approach getting paying probably a buyer's agent, or how you want to negotiate that. So all of that is done in that step one, that initial meeting.
Oh yes.
So once we do that, and then you prepare your home to close, we bring the photographer there. Then we are marketing that property. We do everything, and the marketing includes not only the sign in the yard, but open houses, opens, doing videos,
sending out, mailing out flyers. Yes.
So everything, we're touching everyone, and all the people in our database, we're sending this out to.
Oh, yes.
So rest assured, your agent and us will be doing everything to make sure that your home get maximum visibility.
Yes, and we also would like the seller to let everyone know you're selling your home. Don't keep it a secret. It's not a secret squirrel. We want to sell your home, so everyone needs to know you're selling your home. That helps. That helps me. That helps you. So you never know who knows someone who would love to live in your home, in your neighborhood, in your area, whatever it is.
Absolutely. Now, the next step after we market it, now we're expecting a lot of people to come to your home.
Oh, yes.
The next thing is showings.
Right? Oh, yeah, showings.
Now, what we always say to one of the things we'll say, put away your personal belongings.
Yes.
I've never had any experience with anybody, missing anything.
No.
But I'm sure it does happen. So I want you to say, you don't leave money out, your medications, certain things, weapons, you put those away.
Right.
Tuck them in a drawer. People, as much as we try not to, we say to people, some drawers and stuff, people open cupboards, they open cabinets, they open things. And so I would say put it in a locked drawer, put it in a safety deposit, safety box or something.
Yes.
Simply because you want to make sure that your personal things that are important to you is not seen by some random person who comes into your home. So
correct.
That. And showings as well. Now we do know we have pets and kids and everybody is there. I always try to sit with the children as well when you're listing the home and talk about making sure that bedroom is nice and clean.
Yes, please make up your bed, please.
And sometimes one of the things with listing the home too is that you're cooking or this, and somebody's driving by, or somebody's like, last minute, the agent will call and say, I'm, showing up, down the street. Can I come see your home?
Right. And trust me, they should already have a buyer's agreement before they can show your home in place.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But the fact that, it sometimes it's an inconvenience.
Yeah.
So, again, in our first meeting, we would have determined time frames that works best for you.
Yes.
So if you rather show when you're it's on the weekends, but the more flexible you are, sellers, is that people can see the property is easier for people to come see it, and it's also increase your chance of it selling quickly.
Now we know that sometimes you're not always available to leave your home because this day and age, many people work from home.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do work from home and you do allow us to show your home during a certain time period that your home, we just request that you can step out, because buyers are not comfortable looking around a person's home when they know your home. When you're there, they're kind of standoffish. They won't open up your cabinet. They won't look in your refrigerator. They won't do those things. But we want everyone to be very comfortable.
Exactly, because they want to envision themselves in the home.
Correct.
So sometimes we'll have, I've had sellers, they will follow them around.
Oh, yes.
Follow them around.
Yeah,
please.
And please don't.
Don't follow them around.
No. And it happens, but yeah, we can, yeah.
Yeah. So don't follow. I would recommend stepping outside, step in the back, or if you're in your office, you stay in the office. And
right.
and sometimes the room there, somebody's sleeping or something that may not be visible, then you have to let us know so we can, advise the agent accordingly. But ideally, people want to see all of the home. So I would say definitely make sure the home
is show ready,
to see, available to see, and again, sometimes it's last minute, and we understand that, but definitely try to make that home. And we didn't touch on this, but as a part of creating that imagery for the home, and that was step number 3 in the photography, is the ability to stage that home as well.
Oh yes.
If say that home is vacant, so you're not living in it and it's flexible, sometimes to increase the opportunity of selling, we may have to stage that home.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whether we stage it, with some furniture, or we can also AI stage right now. So
that's
a little not as costly as actually staging it. But I mean, when people see your home staged, they love it.
Absolutely, because that
they can see it. Yes,
absolutely. So after we showed it and put it out there, we show the property. The next up is the offers keep coming in.
Yes.
Coming in.
So every offer that's presented to us, we present it to you, the seller. So you have the benefit of going over the offer, and we all know the bottom line is your net. So hopefully the offer is within, your range. And
if it's not, so again, a lot of it is negotiated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once we get those offer in, we're looking at all the terms, make sure we're looking at that figure, all the terms that's there, because sometimes you can get a full price, but the terms are just bad. They want you to move out in a week,
Oh yeah,
something like that.
Yes,
just not, or they want to extend the closing, or they are signing the contract. I mean, there are many things that
or they have to sell a home to buy a home.
So we look at those terms. So if we, if that's that one contract comes in, we're going through it with you to negotiate accordingly to make sure the terms works in your favor.
Correct. And the inspection periods. Ooh, that's a big term. That's a big term. I mean, usually in our contracts, you have a maximum up to 15 days. Mm-hmm. Most buyers don't take that long to ask for an inspection period. I mean, it depends. It depends on the seller. If the seller's saying, I don't want to move out for at least 60 to 90 days, then I can see you doing a 15-day inspection period. But if it's a 30-day closing, and if you're dealing with savvy realtors like us, we have inspectors that we know who can do an inspection immediately.
Yeah. So I think a maximum 7 to 10 days should be good. Just because sometimes there's weekends and sometimes there are holidays during that time.
That's
true.
But
the goal, I think, for everyone should be able to have that inspection done quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And once that's done, then we go through another set of negotiations if necessary. So we have step number 7 is kind of negotiating, right? Making sure you go over the contract with you, make sure that all the terms work with you, and then number 8 would be that inspection,
right?
And appraisal,
yes.
So again, we spoke a little bit about inspection. They're going to inspect your home.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are. They're going to inspect that home, and they are going to find what's wrong with the home. All the things that's wrong with the home.
Yes.
And some may be petty, the cover plate on the electrical is not screwed in properly. They're going to find everything. Now, a seller, would have probably, smart like you, would have prepared everything and make sure there's nothing much on there. But there's always going to be something.
Yep.
Right? There's always going to be something. Even the most perfect home, brand new construction, I've seen things. So people sometimes get insulted in that point. Don't take it personal. The inspector's job is to be very thorough and find even little things that doesn't bother you could bother someone else.
That's correct.
And sometimes, based on what's wrong, the buyer will request a repair.
Yes.
Sometimes that repair is something so important that it will impact the appraisal. So it depends on their type. If the AC isn't working, the plumbing isn't working, something, the electrical isn't working.
The roof is old.
The roof is old or leaking.
Or leaking, yes.
Something. Some of those things will affect the buyer ability to get insurance and will affect the value of your home and the ability for the buyer to get financing.
Yes, and one example of that is dry rot. You have VA financing, it could be FHA also now, but if you have dry rot around your house, the wood, fix it. It needs to be fixed because it will affect their financing.
It would affect their WDO report.
Oh, yes.
It will affect, it depends on the age of the home, their 4-point inspection, and it is a problem. So some of those things you can't get out of, really, unless there are certain terms in a contract, which, there's flexibility if there's no financing.
So the cost for an appraisal and inspection is on the buyer. It's not on the seller. The seller does not pay for the inspection or the appraisal. At least none of mine have. So yes, I don't know. It could be negotiated in the contract. Everything's negotiable, but none of my sellers had to pay for it.
Yeah, so those are typical buyer's costs.
Yeah.
However, when the buyers are making those costs, they actually want to ensure that they're getting a good home. So I always recommend to sellers, certain things that we can fix, other things, are maybe a little petty, and we may not want. May not have to fix those, but there are a couple items that are kind of important, not only because the buyer wants it, but because it's required with the lender and it would required regarding your appraisal.
So even though we just talked about inspection and appraisal, we touched into number 9, which was the repairs. So just to say, she just said, there might be some repairs. You may have to take care of it. You may want to offer a credit. It's different things to handle repairs. Or you can just write out saying, no, it's ridiculous. Fix it yourself. I mean, we work for you.
So that's a choice. Our goal is to make sure that whatever we do is in your best interest.
Yes.
But sometimes the best interest is to repair those. Sometimes, not so much.
Right, that's correct. So the final step will be closing.
Yay.
Yeah, so we're ready to close.
We're ready to close. So, of course, you may have to move out of this home.
Oh, yes.
Please do. People who decided that they don't want to leave. Please do move out if you have. That's funny. But it's very important that you leave the home at least broom swept.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You don't have to get it deep clean unless it's required. It's a request.
Unless it's a request.
Unless it's a request. You don't have to, but at least broom swept so that, the buyers come into a relatively clean home.
Right. Because they're going to do a final walkthrough.
They're going to do that final walkthrough. And it's very important. If there was a hole that was covered up that you didn't disclose, that may turn up in the walkthrough. I've had people where the sofa was over the carpet and said nothing.
Yeah, see.
And when we moved back, when of course they're furniture, there's a giant hole in the carpet.
Yes. Yep.
And so these are things that are very important that you disclose up front, so at least we know. But secondly, make sure that you leave the home in the way the buyer saw it in terms of how it looks. There's no additional damage done to the home, because during that walkthrough, they will find that if there's garbage, if there's certain things, out of common courtesy, I would say make sure it's clean. But if not, please be upfront with those things. Hey, those things are going to remain. We're not going to be able to clean it. It's not very nice. I would say to leave certain things. But if you somehow are not able to do that, sometimes the buyer may require a credit.
Oh yes. On the day of closing, they will. So do not turn off your electricity or your water
until you close.
Until you have closed, because when they come back in that house, they're gonna cut on the lights. They're going to turn on the water. They're going to look. It's like another inspection.
Absolutely.
So
they want to make sure the AC is still working, the
hot
water is still working. So those are things that they'll do in the final walk.
The garage doors still open.
Yeah, they go into the cabinets to make sure all your stuff that you had there is gone as well too. So,
correct.
Yeah. And we then go to the closing table. Sometimes if you're closing in person, that will be at a title company.
Yes.
If you're not unless you're closing in person because you moved out a few days ago, you're now in the new city that you're not able to come to closing, or the title company's out of town, what you can do is there's many options. There's mail away.
Oh yes.
There is some virtual closing. There's
virtual closing. Yes.
A person can actually meet you. We
mobile notaries.
Mobile notary will meet you at where you are and sign that paper. I've had people sign at Starbucks in the parking lot at work.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Right now it's very flexible to do that. So the title company will coordinate those with you. If there were any liens on the home, if there were any outstanding water bills and stuff like that, the title company would have reached out to the city and got those. So you'll see those on the closing disclosures that you will get. The title company usually send those out prior to closing. Make sure we agree with all the numbers, which we'll do that. So those are steps leading up to that closing day.
Yes, it is.
So once you sign that dotted line,
that's it. Yep. You hand over your keys.
Anything that you left in that home is now the property of the buyer.
Yes.
You left the BMW in the park in the garage. It's the buyer's stuff now.
You can't come back and get it.
Highly recommend you do not come back and get it unless that was something discussed prior to closing.
That's true.
If there are things that you wanted to see prior to closing. And one thing I wanted to say too, we talked about that final walkthrough.
Right.
You love that refrigerator. It's the best refrigerator you've ever had. It has a 2-door. And we took the pictures with that refrigerator. We didn't say that we were not going. You cannot switch out that refrigerator, that washer, dryer, anything prior to closing.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
Whatever we saw, whatever we did not disclose that we are not going to leave, make sure.
Yes.
That drape that you have, beautiful drape, you've had it over time on the windows, those stay.
Window treatments.
Those stay. The chandelier that you've had and it's been an heirloom for the whole time. You cannot switch that out at last minute because you changed your mind.
Correct.
That has to have been disclosed and discussed in number one.
Number one.
The day we met.
That's right.
You let us know those things.
Do not convey. They do not convey.
And that should be a word of the day.
Okay.
Convey.
Convey.
What conveys. So when we say the word conveying, it means what will come or not what will not stay with the home.
Correct.
So there are certain things that when we see those are typically will convey stay with the home unless you make mention. And those are typical things that we see. The refrigerator, the washer dryer,
the Brevard fridge in the garage.
Those anything that is nailed to the wall.
Oh yes.
In the ceiling stays.
Yes.
Unless you let us know.
Correct.
That they don't convey. The word of today.
That's right.
Is convey.
All righty then.
All right. All right, so that was pretty interesting.
Yes, it is. I liked it. I hope you did.
Exactly. I hope you learned a little bit. If you're a seller looking to sell, of course, make sure that you're reaching out to myself or Sharon. Our numbers are here on the screen. So make sure you give us a call for any questions or any additional information as it relates to selling your home.
Yeah.
Any final words?
We want you to like,
share,
subscribe to Brevard Realty Buzz.
Tell your friends, tell your family, and